How much do you think the domain name plays into the value of the site if you're targeting keyword-rich domain names? How much do you think the domain name plays into the value of the site if you're targeting keyword-rich domain names? If you're targeting keyword-rich domain names. I don't quite understand, Patrick, and that's, bear with me, what you mean by targeting keyword-rich domain names. I know that if I can buy a domain that has my main keyword in it, I will. I don't see any reason not to. And by the way, I had this conversation in another group the other day, and some people saw it. Google has said for probably 6 years that exact match domains will actually get you penalized. They are so full of shit. I cannot explain to you guys that every word that comes out of their mouth is misdirection. So that's one thing I'll teach you guys to have, and don't believe everything that you hear from like a Google or their terms of service or whatever. Remember, this is a good analogy. Some people disagree with this, but Google is daddy. Daddy. Remember, daddy makes money when people pay him, right? That's called paid advertising. We call it AdWords on Google. So daddy loves AdWords because that's how daddy eats. Search, daddy needs it so people will pay for AdWords because the search has to happen in order for people to want to pay to be at the top of the search, right? So it's important that we are playing in the search game. But search is really daddy's daughter, right? So I'm daddy, my daughter is search, right? Paid ads, AdWords, which is on top of search, is what pays my bills, what pays daddy's bills and makes me a billionaire, billions and billions of dollars. But I have to have search in order for people to want to pay. So do you believe daddy, and search is his daughter, would write down all the things of how to score on his daughter? Be like, hey, like the boyfriend comes up, we're the boyfriends that are trying to score on daughter, all right? All of us are. And be like, hey, here's the roadmap of how to get in my daughter's pants. Like, essentially, that's how you have to think about every press release, everything that Google says about search and the way you go about it. That's why I believe literally nothing that they say. Nothing, because I'm like, why would they tell me how to score on their daughter? Why would they tell me? They want me to pay them, not to score on their daughter. So why would they give me the roadmap? Oh, exact match domains, those will get you penalized. What's everyone do? Oh, I'm so scared. I'm not gonna do those anymore, right? They're like, exact match domains would have got you into the sack with my daughter, right? So I would be very cautious if you listen to other SEOers, right? Or you listen to other blogs that just follow, like Search Engine Land is one of the worst, by the way. They're in Google's pants for sure. They're working hand in hand. It's propaganda. Remember that. Like, they don't want you to score on their daughter, right? Why do you think you always hear that, hey, the algorithms are constantly changing? Well, what does that make you think as a business owner? That goes, man, I don't want to stay up with all this changing of algorithms, dude. Screw this, man. I'm just going to pay AdWords and chalk it up as a loss. I don't want to be studying the next newest thing all the time, right? Smart on their part, if you think about it. Put out propaganda that basically makes people fearful, right? Because fear controls people. Make no mistake, fear controls people and controls you, controls me. To a certain extent, everyone's fearful at a certain level, and it will control your life. Fear does, right? In lots of different aspects. But Google just uses fear-based tactics to make people do what they want them to do. And there's outliers like myself, like you guys that are following kind of some of the stuff that we do, that don't necessarily believe the game. And so we keep doing the things that they say we're going to get us penalized, and they keep working. And that's why I always get frustrated by doing this for 10 years when I see people jump into this group and they're always searching for the next tactic. It's like, I got to know the next gold nugget. Oh man, Matt Schmiggity or whoever said this. It's like, man, who made him freaking the boss? If there's enough people doing the same thing and it's working over and over and over again, I would copy that. right? If it hasn't stopped working for you, don't stop going to that play, right? If you run a 22 dive and you keep scoring touchdowns, why would you go like, hey, we need a new play? Coach, new play? No, we don't need a new play. Run the freaking dive again and again and again and again until it stops working. The thing is, I've been doing this for 10 years. I do the same thing every time. If you've watched 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, whatever, nothing's really changed, right? We've made the graphics look better. We've made some of the, we've added some little things that, might as well add, but they're not like, groundbreaking new strategies. And they keep ranking and they keep getting leads and they keep hitting number one. And so that's probably the bigger message to everyone listening in. If you're brand new, this is great for you guys to hear this now, is like, listen, the propaganda that gets put out by Google is incredible. And those that follow it live and die, and they end up paying Google AdWords, in my opinion. They go that direction. Good rant.